President Biden unveiled his administration's plan to cancel billions of dollars in student loan debt.
Today, the Biden administration officially announced they are canceling student loan debt for most borrowers.
President Biden announcing his long-awaited plan to forgive student loans for millions of Americans seeking to deliver on.
Now to the latest on President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan.
On August 14, 2022, the President of the United States, Joe Biden, unveiled an unprecedented student loan forgiveness plan that promised to cancel $10,000 of student debt for low to middle-income borrowers. According to the forgiveness plan, single borrowers whose annual income is less than $125,000, or a married couple who earn less than $250,000 annually, are eligible for this relief. Each individual would get a relief of $10,000, and undergraduates with the greatest financial need and having Pell Grants would be eligible for an additional $10,000 in federal loan cancellation. Let us go a little back to where it all started. In 2010, Congress passed the first bill to eliminate student loans, which were made before July 1, 2010. Around 600,000 students benefited from this bill and got relief from their education loans. Even though students didn't want to pay massive amounts to get their education done from a private institution, they were left with no other option, because public institutions don't have any facilities which are pushing students to pursue their dream. A recent survey was done on U.S. public schools, and found that the test scores of students are pretty less compared to any other developed country. Students are mainly lagging in the areas related to maths and physics. This gave private institutions an opportunity to make education a business and charge students a vast amount. So government of the United States made a plan to make students more accessible to education. Hence they introduced student loans. They thought that would make students easily fund their education, get their degree done, and pursue their dream job. But that wasn't the case. At first, government of the United States introduced student loans in 1965. It was non-profit back then. But from the year 1985, banks started collecting interest on the loans provided. It wasn't an issue till the year 2008. But in 2008, the recession hit the U.S. market.
The signs were everywhere, but now it's official, we are in a recession. The research group that makes that determination made it today.
They are ping-ponging back off each other.
People are seeing this, and those memories of fear are coming back.
2008 was a tumultuous year for the economy. The housing market collapse created one financial crisis after another.
This was the time a decade ago when the financial crisis erupted, a crash that most experts did not foresee. Its effect.
So many people lost their jobs and couldn't repay their loans. The interest which should be given by the students was increasing exponentially, which even surpassed the principal amount that students need to pay back to the bank. According to a study done, it stated that it took at least 3 years for people who lost their job to get them a new job. So all these years their interest upon the student loan taken has been increasing day by day exponentially. According to recent study, total student loan in the United States contribute more than automobile loan and credit card loan combined. Since 1990, private educational institution fees have quadrupled in spite of 2 significant inflation hits in the United States. Even though public institutions are making education affordable to common people, private institutions are making their way up to get maximum profits in the name of education. And also, there is no standardized body in the U.S. that track and regulate the prices of private educational institutions' tuition fee, which gives private institutions the power to make their own prices for degrees, and the government also cannot stop this because, if they stop, they don't have any other option to replace the issue, because all the public institutions are not up to the mark to give the best education. The government also knows that it will be impossible to remodel the entire public institution system, so in spite of that, loans are being provided to students at a cheaper rate to get their education done. The graph of students taking loans is increasing exponentially with the tuition fee increased by the private educational institutions. Due to this, students who want to get their education done are taking more and more loans and being trapped in this loophole, and paying their loans for years and years to get out of this trap. Even when inflation hit the United States, the loans are being collected. which makes more burden upon students. Because due to inflation, supply and demand go up, the price of every single item goes up, and also loans are being collected without any subsidiary. Coming to professions, teaching is treated as a low-profile job in the US, and is paid less than an average wage. That's why good teachers are more interested in private institutions than public ones. Each school follows standardized learning, and for years and years, teachers are trained only to teach the syllabus, not any real-life scenarios. Even though there are cases where teachers are paying from their own pockets to get the material for students, because of no district fund. These all issues are making private institutions more assertive and taking over education sector. So looking at all these issues, government of the United States decided to give students relief from their loans, and announced a student loan forgiveness bill, which will provide a little relief from their loan paying. But considering the present situation, the money given by the government is not enough to pay their loans, because even an introductory private university will be charging anywhere from $40,000, which can go up to $120,000 to complete their education with added interest amount. That's the reason some groups of people are being furious, and talking against the government that they are wasting taxpayers' money, and using it in a way that doesn't have any impact on the present education system. And that's the whole story of the student loan forgiveness bill. If you liked our content, and thought we provided good value for your time, please feel free to subscribe to the Millionaire Nation channel, and click the bell icon, so that you get notified when we post another video. And also comment down about your review upon student loan forgiveness bill. Thanks for your time.